BWC. That's another possibility.
Yeah, I don't think I have the motivation to play right now, but I'm definitely down to keep watching. Either if you guys want to
Okay.
play, or we
Well,
could watch.
Vampire Slayer is partnered to Ego Smasher, I think in the random pool,
Oh, Vampy back
playing
over 2,500. Shout out.
the Blaue Sal. Vampy crosses 2,500 fairly frequently. She's pretty strong player. Ego Smasher, I think, is maybe a bit underrated at about 2,400.
Oh yeah. I think Ego Smasher is stronger than Vampy and Spurs. Fatoni is so hard for me to evaluate because it was a relatively new account and I don't have a lot of priors for like my evaluation of his skill. And I think he came up right around when I stopped playing as much, so I haven't played directly against him much either. So yeah, it's hard for me to say how strong I think that he is.
As Vampire Slayer is taking credit for that loss. And indeed, in the chat, Ego Smasher spammed no rook, no rook, no rook, no rook.
Yeah, so
And
one
the
thing I
rook did
like to
come.
do when I make a mistake is I usually try to blame physician. Like especially when he's not playing in the match, whether partnered or against me, I find it's best to blame him for it, and that usually takes a lot of the heat off of me.
Makes sense. Okay, let's dive in the random pool. Like Diley is playing.
Oh, are you playing or spectating, Chuck?
Oh,
I need to
I'm
know
just
to follow.
spectating right now. I'm
Okay, cool,
willing to
cool.
play if someone will partner me. I didn't feel like playing in the random pool at the present moment. So I'm
Um,
watching. Oh, that match
you
is
don't,
over.
if you don't mind losing rating points, I'm always here for you, buddy.
Oh, I'm down
Ooh.
with that. Oh, it looks like Mikey San. Oh, hold on. This and this is something we probably want to watch. I'm gonna go ahead and follow Zizon. Um, so this match came up because I was still following Mikey San, but I'm gonna unfollow Mikey San.
Oh, we got the
Uh, we
tournament.
have we have Zizon is partnered to Miss Jenny, and
Are they late
Miss
joining?
Jenny is in the under 2000 section, and has been doing quite good in her matches. She's partnered to Putin, I believe, and
Yo,
we commentated in an earlier match that they won, and I think they've won. I think they've won enough matches that they're progressed into the elimination bracket.
all
Um,
right,
Go ahead.
I need to know who ditched too because Putin is also in this tournament, partnered to someone else that's not JD. So I need to know if
Oh,
Putin ditched his partner for
maybe I'm
1900.
remembering that wrong.
Oh no, no,
We
you
can
are.
we can
I'm
look that
saying
up.
in the bughouse arena, both Putin and Jinny are playing, but they're not partnered to each other. So I don't know if Putin was like, ah, no, I need this 1900 to partner me, or if Jinny was like,
Oh
ah, I need
no,
Firefly
well
to partner me.
I don't think that's necessarily just because they're partners in the Bughouse World Championship doesn't mean they're necessarily going to partner in every single arena.
Yeah, that's true, but I want to make drama and controversy for no reason, so please
I
let me
don't
have
think
this.
there's any real drama here. Um, yeah, but uh, so we mentioned when we were covering Miss Jenny's match that she has a lot of Bughouse experience from partnering high rated players, and this is another example of that. She's partnered to Zizon right now, and I I've seen like if I saw a random 1300 partner to Zizon, like normally I would think, okay, he's just in the random pool, happened to be paired with the 1300. But the fact that he's partnered to Miss Jenny and Miss Jenny partners high rated players so much, I'm like 99% sure that they are manually partnered to each other and are gonna partner for quite a bit. Zizon generally willing to partner people who ask him, and one of the things Miss Jenny is good at is asking people, "Hey, will you partner me?" The answer is usually yes. So if you're looking for partners, like that's one of the keys. Just ask.
The other slightly less effective strategy is to just sign up for BWC and list them as your partner and hope that they go along with it.
We had several people do that with Hikaru. Did not pan out for them.
I believe also last year there was an 1800 that signed up with Katas. Like, oh yeah, that sounds legit. I believe it.
Miss
Oh,
Fairy
Miss
Queen
Fairy
says,
Queen.
when are we gonna partner? I would always love partnering you, Miss Fairy Queen. I think this is I as long as these guys keep playing, I'm probably gonna stick to commentating at the present moment. Um, yeah,
I
and
would
he
be
is
so
partnered
down
to
to
Miss
watch the
Jenny,
fairy
and
Chuck Jean.
is playing against Draleth, who's Alamar from Free Internet Chess
Oh,
Server.
#1 team in the tournament. Okay.
And this his partner from BWC,
Is
Stakamev? I believe it is, but I'm not certain of that.
so I'm not familiar with this player. A lot of times in the past, Jarlath would partner Scott,
Right.
CZ,
I
or
believe
SCA.
Ska was banned.
It's
So
Sketch.
yeah. However you pronounce it, I know the CZ is the fact from the fact that he lives in the Czech Republic. That's the origin of that.
Because I would say that team, relative to most teams of 2200s, like if you're trying to win a match with Jenny against two 2200s, I enjoyed playing that team because Ska was not very fast, so we often won a lot of matches on time and just by aggressively sitting against them. But this looks like it's going to be trickier because Staskamev is moving fairly quickly and he's just going to outclass Ginny. As I say that though, they're down a million pieces.
Yeah.
So Queen would mate for Staska. I mean, you go pawn at G7 here to prevent Zaxxon from being able to give Queen. Yep, Zaxxon goes Queen F3 because and he's never going to be able to fix this queen. So Zaxxon has to hold rook until the end of time, which is not easy.
Ooh, that's
I
a
would
good
advise
knight
Jenny
move to
to
just end
just
this
take
pawn.
this knight here.
Wait, you're saying knight takes knight for Miss Jenny?
Yeah, give up all the material and then you're safe until the end of time.
Right. No, I agree. The issue is, does that mate Zaizan? And I don't think it does at the present moment, though d2 is a problem. Probably has to put a pawn there eventually.
Yeah, they're down 10 seconds, but they're up enough material that even if Jenny gives this queen, they're fine. But maybe Zaxxon is saying, I'm confident I'm holding rook. Jenny, you don't need to give up this material. And I mean, he probably can.
Well, Miss Jenny is said in the chat, "We down where I go." Um, so this is one of the reasons that a lot of high-rated people are very enthusiastic about partnering Miss Jenny. Is number one, she listens when you say stop moving. Number two, she is very willing to listen to move suggestions. So Zaizan is
Jenny
feeding her
has
a
to
few
be
moves.
carefully. Oh no, this is. So the problem here isn't that Ginny losing the queen hurts Zaxxon. It's that the queen allows
Right.
Draleth to force queen. And so Ginny has to defend f8 here. So I think bishop f7 is on the cards. But I'm not sure she sees it. Yeah. Okay, rook at f7. No, rook at f7 I don't like because that allows bishop e6. And this is one of the like difficult things of like difficult parts of playing with a significantly lower rated player. Okay, and this is just gonna be
that
made with
doesn't work.
queen
That's
f8.
just game over. Probably should have just bishop d7 there. Or wait,
Yeah.
was there a reason bishop d7 didn't work even afterwards? I mean, bishop takes rook, but then king can take. Was there a bad follow up?
Yeah, no, I think that was probably fine. I think that she just didn't see the mate was on the third. Oh, hold on, we got the grudge match. The partners turned enemies. Oh yes,
This is the grudge match. So did you say this is a tournament? Is this like an arena they're playing in or something?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this match matters so much.
And by the way, when
I,
you say like when it lists the scores, is that arena score or is that a head-to-head score? Did I see Zaizan
that's
and
the arena
That's the
score.
arena score. Okay.
So yeah, they have 25 points and they're in ninth place, and Putin and Akinfeev. I definitely said that 100% correctly. They have 22 points in there in 14th place. But no, I would care so much more about this match than any other match. Like, if I lost to, or if I defeated my BWC partner just in a casual set,
No,
I'm bringing
and
it up every time we play in
we have
golf.
literally seen grudge matches like that, not so much in a BWC context, but I mentioned this I think in earlier commentary, that there's a player who was in the open section. I think he recently withdrew, named Vision Planer, who in the BWC is partnered to Beerley, and they partnered each other in a bunch of the former the over the board Bughouse World Championship, which is the Berlin tournament. They partnered each other for many years. But then Beerley actually dumped Vision Planer and basically saying, like, I'm not going to partner you this coming year because I want a better chance of winning the tournament. So he partnered someone else. And Beerley was, and Vision Planer was a little bit miffed about that. So he said, maybe I will get a partner as well, and let's see if I can do better than you. So he talked to Vampire Slayer and said, hey, if you partner me in the Berlin tournament, then I am willing to pay your airfare to Europe and your hotel accommodations. So basically got a ringer in the form of Vampire Slayer. And Vampire Slayer doesn't care that much about the tournament itself. You know, she just wants to come and hang out with a bunch of Bughouse players. So she was all for that. Basically, free trip for her. And they did this several years where Vampire Slayer practiced with Vision Planer for a few months leading up to the Berlin tournament. Went to the Berlin tournament, played with him as a partner, and they did quite well in a number of those tournaments, and always finished better than Beerley. But Beerley is now partnering, or was partnering, Vision Planer again in this online version of the Bughouse World Championship.
They had a reunion. I'm a general supporter of all things petty, so I would have been very here for that.
How does this tournament work? How do they deal with piece throwing?
Wait,
What do
how
you
does
mean
which
piece
tournament
throwing?
work?
They're like people just knocking pieces over because it's a
Oh,
because it's flat.
so over the board, that they have arbiters, unlike us, who actually do something. And so the arbiters watch the games and are there to mitigate, or sorry, maybe mitigate's the wrong word, to what's the word, to negotiate controversies, to figure out what the result should be. And if someone knocks over pieces, what your opponents are supposed to do is hit the clock and say, no, fix the pieces on your time. And then I think generally you do that once, and then if they do that again, you could just stop the clock and say, you lose, illegal move, if pieces get on the wrong square.
I see.
A rook takes bishop would be a thing, and take it twice.
Oh, he wants to set up sneaky mate. I think rook takes d6, d7 was correct, but I think bishop at g3 is kind of my opponent's weak. I don't think he'll see it.
So still rook takes bishop is reasonable. You have two rooks on it.
Yeah. On e6 can't take because of how chess works. By the way, if you're down after this match, would you be cool with switching to the Soccer Kuzi versus Vampire Slayer match? Rios is a really strong player.
Sure. Are they playing? When you say a match, is it like a one-off thing, or are they playing like repeatedly?
Well, I think they're in a series. They finished the first game and then they rematch. So
okay.
Hopefully they're playing for a bit of a while.
We can switch to that.
Yeah, here Ginny can probably sit until the end of time.
And that is 100% what she's going to do. Havoc has asked for a bishop and a knight. Rajek has said okay, and Rajek has said, but Jenny is stalling. And again, one of the reasons why a lot of high-rated players are enthusiastic to partner with Miss Jenny is when they say stall, she stalls. And that may seem obvious, but there's a lot of players who do not stall when you say stall.
Oh, I thought that was more like a suggestion. Oh, so the big red hand means don't move. I thought it meant like don't move unless you want to. Oh, he has no moves, but doesn't have it in him to resign. Chuck, would you resign in this position when you literally can't do something, or would you
This
wait?
is one of the few situations I actually would resign.
All right, you value your time more than that principle. Okay, I
Miss Fairy Queen
respect
says
it.
Beerly partnered the best girl a lot in Fix. I don't know if the best girl is on chess.com. But the best girl, she is from the Netherlands, and she came to the Berlin tournament many years.
All right, Sakura Kuzi and Vampire Slayer in game 3 now. I'm a little bit surprised by this outcome actually, because
I'm sorry.
they're done.
I was supposed to switch to that, and I didn't do that yet. But you can continue talking
Oh,
about
you're
it
good.
while
You're
I
good.
pull it up.
Yeah, they're down 2 games to 0, and I would have favored the team of Sakurai and Ego Smasher going in. Like, in terms of
Okay.
pure
So
speed,
again, we have a problem, which is I am not friends with Vampire Slayer. So we're gonna follow
Stop making
this.
these user errors,
I'm
Chuck. Like
going to,
seriously, this is too much.
or no, that's weird. I actually am friends with Vampire Slayer, but she's not showing up on my list of online users.
Yeah, that
So
was probably a user error too. You manually removed her from appearing on the on your list, and you shouldn't have done that.
all right, sorry for that ASMR. Just typing about that issue too. Um, yeah, so we're watching the Vampire Slayer game. She's partnered to Fat Johnny. I don't know who Fat Johnny is. That is somewhat of a new player.
So all I know is he's a very good attacker, and
Oh,
I don't know
when
how
I say a
fast
new
he
player,
is.
he's been around since January 22nd of this year, so that's quite a while. I had never seen
He's,
him before today.
he's also one of those accounts that when he showed up, he was pretty much like instantly 2400. So it's very unlikely that it was actually a new
Oh
player.
yeah,
Is
for sure he's an alt, but don't know whose alt he is.
I mean, like he has that classic, like tricky stack sitter kind of style. I think he's a little faster than most stack sitters. I haven't seen him much in time scrambles, but usually his move speed isn't that fast because generally he likes getting pieces. But I think maybe a couple of times when I've seen him in scrambles, like trying to move fast, it looks like he is
And
capable of
Sakuri
making quick moves.
Kuzi is that Raven? I always forget. There's a
Yes, yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Okay, that is. Oh yeah, I guess the profile picture is a Raven, so I should have known that.
Oh, they're hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, I was wondering why Snakes kept calling him by that weird name. It's like, is he just trolling Chuck here? Like, it's
Uh,
Why he kept calling him
yeah, no,
Sakari instead of Raven? You mean?
yeah, instead of just the name we all know him by. I mean,
I
I'm
always
always gonna
call him
call him
burritos,
burritos because
but
I think it's funnier.
I figured the people on the stream might not know who Burritos was, so I was just referring to who the player was. But everyone watching the stream, Sakurai Kuzi is Burritos. So when I say Burritos, that's what I'm referring to. Okay, Vampy
These
is
trades
lying
are
in chat. I'm
benefiting.
terrible. I just put an in down because I didn't like it and was like, fine. Vampy is definitely not terrible. I need Vampy not to be terrible because if Vampy is terrible, by extension, I'm atrocious, and I can't live with that type of shit.
Oh, and now a check can happen.
Can you
Oh,
imagine
actually,
how I feel about
that's
Snakes?
pinned. That's pinned. He could have played Rick Takes Knight. That's pretty funny.
I see Burritos do this more than any player on this earth. He gets positions where he looks so dead, but he calculated and he's fine. I will not. He has a harder time pulling off this style against the cream of the crop attackers, like when he's having to play the chickens, the crins, the 12 teens. But against everyone else, he just has a habit of making your attacks look like they're going somewhere, but you actually have nothing the entire time. Yeah, and then afterwards he has a brilliant counterattack just like this one, and now pawn mates.
There's a pawn. Wow.
Burritos OP.
Yeah. One, I'm a little surprised by the early lead for Rampy and Fat Johnny because I would have guessed that the opposing team is a little bit stronger across the board. But also just in terms of team composition, Vampy and Johnny are both players who prefer to be attacking, and generally having two hyper aggressive on one players on one team isn't a good style. But I will say Vampy and Fat Johnny are far more balanced players than the average sack sitter. Like they're definitely capable of playing for their partner's board to a much higher degree than
Yeah,
most sack sitters. Obviously.
I would not call Vampy a sack sitter.
Yeah, I don't think that she's a sack sitter, but I do think that she leans more towards attacking than feeding or defending. Oh, Queen G6, very nice move from Vampy. Even if you get a heavy, pawn at E7 is nothing to worry about. Yeah, and Burritos just hunkers down.
Oh, I think Vampy missed mate there. I would play knight at H3 and then queen takes knight.
Yeah, that would have been crushing. Burritos can still hold on with queen at G3.
Doesn't Sakura have
Maybe
just
she
mate?
didn't like that because... Yeah, so she's probably gonna go for this line. Oh no, she can't.
No, she can't because she's mated now.
Bishop at D8. What a cute move that Burritos played. And the starting with knight H7 was really important idea, forcing Black's rook to the H7 square.
I mean, is like King G8 like an only move, or like what is? Or no, that doesn't even work because of knight at E7. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you can go rook H8 and then like run King G7 to the H7 square, and you're pretty safe on H7.
That's true. But we could just if rook H8, why not just pawn at H7? Rook H8, pawn at H7, then you have the same bind as before.
Yeah, that's... Oh, this is beautiful play. Heavy comes, right? Oh, wait. Ego Smasher is holding heavy on the other board somehow.
Can he even play King B6?
Is there King G8 now?
There's not King G8 because, again, knight at E7.
Oh, yeah. G8's not covered. Wow, Burritos has turned this around. MP had a crushing position there, but that was just beautiful play. Pawn at H7 followed by bishop at D8. I don't see a defense here. This doesn't do anything. Yeah,
this is what we call hoping and praying, and it's not going to work.
Yeah, there's literally just no moves.
Yeah, Vampy's just cooked.
Wait, hear me out. Queen at H5. I mean, it mates our partner, so we can't do it. But
Queen at H4, you mean?
Yep, that's the square that I said. Everyone heard it. So she goes rook at H4, but yeah, the reason I wanted to use the queen was so that
right. Yeah, so you can just take the bishop.
I mean, what she did makes sense because you can't do queen at H4 because it makes your partner in two. Yeah, no, there's just no move. She's gonna lose here. Okay,
Vampire Slayer did not lose. So
yeah, that was a really well played game of the opening for Vampy. She had a crushing position, and then Burritos just played out of his mind. that was insane. That just the idea of pawn H7 to restrict the king. That's what I'm talking about, by the way. Finding attacking moves with little material, being resourceful. That pawn H7 idea only sacked a pawn, and then bishop at D8 doesn't even sacrifice a piece because Vampy can't even take it. Like, those are the type of class moves that separate really, really good players from generational talents and the greatest players in this game. So what's Fat Johnny sitting for here?
He probably wants the bishop.
I guess.
I think he probably wants to play queen takes bishop, knight takes, and then bishop at E3. That would be my guess.
Yeah. And so the idea there isn't just getting the 2 pieces for the queen, which is of course nice. The idea is we're getting rid of 2 of white's attacking pieces. There are no pieces near a king, and
Oh,
Eagle
maybe he wants a
Smasher
pawn.
still has an
A
unsafe
pawn just
position.
crushes now. Uh, pawn at f2 followed by
Oh, he took that.
yeah, like a
Well,
pawn or bishop are quite good. Bishop
I
especially.
actually like this decision. It looks super risky, but Ego Smasher and Soccer and Burritos are literally 2 of the fastest players in the entire world. I I don't think that Vampy and Fat Johnny stand a prayer of a chance in a time scramble against them. I'll say, if they can mate them in the time scramble, that's how they win, but you are never ever beating those 2 players on time. Yeah,
So
Burritos is.
Fat Johnny maybe plays knight at f2 here to protect his own knight and threaten either rook at h1 or pawn at h2.
Yeah, and Rook is pretty easy for Vampy to force. I assume if Knight F2, we're going to see Queen F3, though. With some sort of Bishop F7 idea.
Yeah, but at least you gain a little bit of time.
Yeah, and there won't be enough time for Vampy to force a Rook, because you have to go Pawn at G7 and then Rook at H8. And then you have to pre-move against any time scramble checks Burritos can make before you can trade off the rooks.
Oh, now they're forming their plan. Vampire Slayer says, "Do you want to play the mate?" And Fat Johnny says, "Let's try to flag at 2 seconds left."
I think against 99% of the players, that's the play that gives you the greatest chance of winning. Because in the long game here, you're down a lot of material, so you lose if you just play a normal game of Bughouse. I just feel like they have no chance in the scramble.
Hey, Chess Samir, thanks for watching. The ominous monkey says, "Don't be a jerk." I'm
Johnny
not sure what you
says
mean
they
by
play
that.
so. They might have been playing slow this game, but I don't think he's familiar with these 2 players if he thinks that they're
No,
actually
Fat
slow.
Johnny's saying they play slow. Whoa, knight at
Oh, he said I'm a liar. Hold on.
knight at e2
Oh, he
was
said I'm
no,
a
but
liar.
that was such a creative move. Knight at e2 because it prevents all the moves we talked about. It prevents queen takes knight. It prevents queen f3. It prevents a bunch of pre moves. Knight at e2
Yeah,
was a brilliant move. It just hangs a knight, but it's so good for the time scramble.
you know a move is brilliant when you hung a piece and Chuck is saying that it's great. That is the highest compliment
It's a
any
brilliant
move
time
in
scramble
Bughouse.
move.
Yeah. Yeah, no, no, really. I was talking up Sakura or Burritos and Ego Smasher speed, and I still think their speed is unparalleled, but
And just
Fat
when we're
Johnny,
talking about speed, like this was not like a 0.1 second victory. This is 1.5 seconds. That's like
yeah,
a huge amount of time at the end.
the functional speed was slowed down because I just don't think that Ego Smasher was prepared for 92.
Yeah.
I think if it's just a pure speed test, how fast can we both move? Then I think Ego Smasher and Brios would have won. But Fat Johnny had a plan and executed it
Yeah,
well.
no,
That was
I mean, I would love to see it from Eagles Master's perspective. I mean, I'm sure he pre-moved some queen move and it didn't work. And he's like, what's going on?
uh, 92. That deserves like a brilliancy award. It's so good. It's
It wasn't
the other
even
thing
on my
is
radar at all, but it just makes so much sense in retrospect.
also find there's like a tiny bit of brain lag in a time scramble when your opponent hangs a piece to 2 different pieces. Because then for a split second, you're like, wait, do I take with my queen or my knight? And then you forget, oh wait, it's a time scramble. It doesn't matter. I need to just move.
Right.
So
Hey, Venomous. I think they are done. Vampire Slayer said GG's. I think she said she needed to run some errands. Let's see if we can
ooh.
follow Zizon again. I don't think he's
So
playing
we
right
can
now.
do
The
that for
arena
him,
might
but
be
they
over.
also picked up the series, and Horko has stepped in place
Oh,
of Vampy
Horko.
now.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen Horko in a while.
Oh, and Horko's just mated because he needs the knight to defend on G6. I do think that Burritos is a stronger player than Horko, so I would expect them to do well in this match on the basis of that.
And Burritos in present form probably stronger than Horko, but Horko is rusty. He has a long history of playing Bughouse, and if he ever decided to get like back in the form he was before, I think he would be better than Burritos for sure.
Ooh, I like that. I like that take. I disagree. I think even so I don't know if he was in form, but back when I was playing, Horko played somewhat consistently, and I found Burritos to be the stronger player in my experience. But I respect the take.
Well, I'm talking about the form when he played on the free internet chess server before he took like a 5 year break.
Okay, I wouldn't. I'm not familiar with that Horko, so maybe I would agree with you if I had seen him. Horko is a very crushing position in this game, though. He's up a ton of material. Pawn
He could just
Innsbruck
push.
Yeah,
is
you could just promote, but
Well, you'll have to. He's down 10 seconds.
and yeah, now Fat Johnny has to go. Burritos has to find a mating attack here. Actually, I said Fat Johnny has to go, but he should have sat one turn.
I'll
Should
take
have
that
waited
pawn.
turns
That's
so
a
that
free
Horko
pawn.
doesn't get anything to defend with, and then gone.
Interesting. Maybe bishop at h1 here. Oh wow, he's
I like
sacking. I
king
don't like
takes.
that sack.
Oh, king h8 a lot makes a lot more sense. Don't give them any attacks. And king takes ran into knight at g5. Takes
Yeah,
h3, but
Horko's in a lot of trouble now.
okay, so now they need rook. Burritos isn't gonna sit for rook though. Okay, Fat Johnny should sit here, and the rook is probably mating. I
So
think
so
rook was
now
Yeah,
a
rook's
knight or rook would mate.
yeah, rook plus knight was made a turn ago. Like there was some knight at knight e2, rook at h1 stuff.
Right.
No, rook
You
h1
would have
by
needed a
itself is
second
made.
knight. Okay, so now knight or rook mates again. Yeah, and he takes it, knight e2. Okay, he does this move order. I like the knight e2 move order. I thought that was cooler. Okay, he's watching the stream, Chuck. He used his existing knight just
Who
for you.
is the best bughouse player? A lot of people are saying either 12 teen or Katask. I would say 12 teen, Katask, chicken, all candidates.
For my money, I have 12 teens still a tiny smidge ahead of Katask. But there's no wrong answer to that question.
I think the question will be in part answered by this Bughouse World Championship because they are on different teams, so we'll see how they fare.
Yeah, it's definitely a data point, but it's hard to because I think ironically I think the match is actually going to be a lot more determined by how well J Kid and Jeffrey are doing. If we have a Jeffrey that isn't in full form going against J Kid in 12 teen, I think that they're going to struggle in the match. But if we have a full powered 12 teen at the height of his, I'm sorry, a full powered Jeffrey at the height of his power, I think his peak was a little bit higher than what we've seen from Blitz Bullets on his best days. But I'm really excited to see this match either way.
I wouldn't undersell Blitz
I'm
Bullet.
saying
Blitz
that
Bullet
in-
has been good for many years. And honestly, when you say on his best days, I don't think Blitz Bullet ever put like his full effort into Bughouse. He's always had a bunch of balls in the air that he's been juggling. So, but yeah, it's hard to say.
All right, I want you to know how much willpower it took for me not to make the joke that a middle school student would make about all of the balls that he was juggling, but I did it, and I want a damn star for it. That took a lot of effort from me.
You do deserve a star for that.
Thanks,
Right.
I'm proud of you.
So this is a nice attack from Ego Smasher. I think he should take the pawn here, and then put a new pawn in. Oh, this is nice. Knight takes pawn if he takes. So, knight takes pawn was the move. Don't like that. I think Ego Smasher is screwing up. He had easier mates here. He's probably still gonna win. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, position's still
missed
winning,
things.
but I agree he should have had better here. Why didn't he take with check? That's a little bit odd. So it needs to hold rook here.
Surely this should be made for burritos already.
Oh no, he needs another rook. Rook E1 wasn't made. I'm sorry, rook E8 wasn't made.
He needed a bishop, because after rook e8, king e8, knight f6, king e7, he needs the bishop on. Or he needs to.
Cabbage! Stop playing. How long have you been here and you didn't say a damn thing?
About a minute.
Cabbage.
Like 5 seconds.
Cabbage.
Oh,
You can't play
5
with my emotions like
seconds. Come on.
Oh,
Actually, I should have gone along with the lie just to troll snakes.
Oh no, it's only like half an hour, you know? I joined because I saw Chelsea Club playing a match and I was like, wait, is that Bughouse World Championship? But no, it turns out it was just one game.
Oh, just a reminder, check the match is coming up. I think it's scheduled in 7
Yeah,
minutes.
I will start preparing for that.
It's great we have a lot of
burritos play.
It's great we have a lot of Bughouse in the meantime then. Oh, this is a famous old variation on Burritos' board.
Oh yeah. Someone who knows a lot about openings. I'm familiar with it. This is the open where they play the most and then they do things after that.
Yes, it is in fact that.
Black sacrifices.
I think the idea is,
yep.
Yeah, like not playing moves like wouldn't accomplish anything. So like they're playing moves to accomplish things.
Yeah. You have a great point there, Snakes.
Snakes, you are so brilliant.
You know, on like sports broadcasts, they have like different experts come on, like draft experts or medicine experts. I'd like to be our official openings expert for Bughouse World Championship. Can I please have that title?
Yes.
Please
Let's
provide
go.
a resume. Oh, just kidding.
So I'm putting it on all of my business cards.
Oh, King G1. Oh no.
Yeah, I thought King E1 was the move, but
Oh, this has gone wrong.
King G2.
Bishop at G1 or knight at H1 both help deflect the king from the E1 square.
Yeah, we have to go King E3. But
this is over.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And you can take
Bishop
that with
is-
check too as an insult to injury. Man, burritos OP.
Well, the mate wasn't obvious, so I had to find, I think, pushing the pawn to A6, followed by pawn at B7.
Worko says no trades.
Wait, no trades for. Oh, because he went queen E7. What is this?
I think he
What
wants
is-
to. Yeah.
He really wants the B2 pawn. That's not good in Bughouse though, because the point doesn't really care about that.
I like the decision actually to sit there.
Oh
You're
yeah,
up-
of course, yeah.
Like
Sitting
you're
is
up 3
good.
seconds, you might as well make them play. There's no reason to give them a piece to make their life easier out of the opening.
Sitting is good, but going for queen E7, queen B4, queen B2 is not. as
Yeah,
nice.
that part I don't think was best. Like even here you have the extra pawns, but your queen's just out of play, and you're going to have to invest some moves to get it into the game.
No, he's making it work.
Partner's holding knight. We can just take this. Like knight literally can't come. Oh, as I said that he placed the knight on H1.
Taking that's a
where I
tempo.
get
though.
Bye, Snakes.
Oh no.
By the way, Snakes, when my match against Sean and his partner come, I expect only the top quality roasting from you.
Oh, you already know.
So Horko doesn't care about his queen. He's going for an attack.
Yep. He should care about his queen soon. I mean, Fat Johnny mates with a queen and a bishop. Oh,
Yeah.
which he could have provided.
Ego Smasher cares about his queen, so I think he should care about his queen. Oh, they're down a ton of time though.
Yeah, so now Burritos will see that Fat Johnny mates with the queen and a bishop.
Your
And the
queen's
queen is
just
pretty much
trapped,
trapped, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So queen
I
A4,
guess
rook at
A4.
A5.
Queen A4, rook at A5, and if he blocks on C4, then rook at A1. So either way, the rook's like right next to the queen, and the queen's unable to escape. one way he has of getting out of this is to drop a knight on f3 and hope he takes twice with the bishop. However, since queen mates, that's not happening.
Did Johnny play him fixed?
Johnny
I don't know who
just throws.
Johnny is, so I can't really answer that.
Oh,
yeah, you have the Twitch.
yeah, no, reckon so. It's just mates. I mean, if time were closer, you could play knight at d2 and gain a couple of seconds. Okay, he just accepts his fate, or rather, he accepts his partner's fate.
Yeah.
Oh, and with that, Barrios rejoins the 2600 club.
The exact 2600. Can you
that's
imagine
exactly why he's
having
playing a game.
Yeah. Can you
So-
imagine having a perfect ecstatic rating and then playing a game afterwards and ruining the hopes and dreams of everyone around you and whoever cared about you? That'd be a pretty crappy thing to do, huh?
So Hybrid Shark asks, would you say you must be a good chess player to be a good bughouse player? Not necessarily. Well, it depends how you define good chess player. Like you can't just like hang all your pieces and be a good bughouse player, but you don't need to be like high rated at chess or titled at chess to be very good at bughouse. And we see some examples of that in this game right here. Like Raven Sakori Kuzi is not particularly high rated at chess, but is very high rated at bughouse, and deservedly so.
You see some examples of that in this call. Like,
yeah, I am an example of that as well.
Our poster childs for the Bughouse Bad at Chess Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks for the follow
some
from the
people
ominous
started
monkey.
Get your
Appreciate it.
fake 1800 self up out of here. You're not welcome in our club.
Yeah, Raven started out at being good at Bughouse before being good at chess, but he's definitely improving at chess right now. Another example is Bughouse Knight, I believe, who has almost entirely transitioned to becoming a chess player, but he's...
So he wasn't
really
always good,
good.
because he's like 2800 bullet or some like absurd. He's got like 2500 plus.
I used to be
chess
able to
frames.
chess him a lot, like very easily. So he's definitely improved at chess.
And the old school example of that is Gus McLean, who is like for a while was like 1300 at chess and 2500 at bughouse. Nowadays he's probably like an 1900 player at chess, but still much better at bughouse.
Yeah, Gus proves you don't even have to be good at being a person to be good at Bughouse.
Ooh.
Not going to comment on that one. Yeah,
Johnny
Venomous
makes with
says
a corner
Helm's
rope.
Knight is another example of that, where Helm's Knight is much better at bughouse than chess. I think that's true.
Yeah.
We are getting to the point where we should check into
Oh, Queen
the
H5.
upcoming game.
That's
Yeah, I'll
very
go
brave.
check on the players for each time.
Yeah, I know Kira 45 was already playing in the random pool. When I checked a few minutes ago, the other players weren't on. But
Oh, Fat Johnny got so lucky there. Because if he didn't have a piece to drop on H7, then he would have been mated. But now... Wait, they're not mated yet.
Kyrikos is the only player currently online. All three of the other players were recently online within the last 30 minutes. Oh no, they already played.
oh, they did.
Did these get aborted? I'm looking at their game history. It looks like they played a bunch of matches against each other, but several of them are like 2, 6, and 4 moves.
Okay.
I think they have internet issues then.
Yeah, but that also means they entered the wrong time, because I double checked when I put this in the calendar, so I'm pretty sure that the time listed is correct.
Okay. So do we think the match has already been played then? Is that...
I think so. I'm going to count the results. They definitely played against each other. So we have one,
Deja vu.
2.
This has never happened before in the history of the Bughouse World Championship.
6, 7.
Do you still have Brilliant Sky? Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
What's the verdict here,
I
Snakes?
think the score was 9-7, it seems, but it's also confusing because out of those games, one was finished in 8 moves, one was in 2, one was in 6, one was in 4. So maybe they were legit and they actually got Scholars Mated. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
You can actually just click through the games, right?
Just
Oh,
that kind of
okay,
makes analysis very hard.
No, they have it now where like there's a whenever you open a game from your game history, not like the one on live chess, but the one on your profile. It actually shows a tab. It's showing what your partner's board looked like at every turn, which I think is pretty cool. Although you can't do any analysis on it, so there's still room for future improvement. Oh, I see which match this was supposed to be. Let me see.
Good defense from Horko.
Yeah, they listed their match as 1930 UTC, which would have been 4 minutes ago. So they just played early, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, I see now. Well, yeah, like the six move game. Oh, they really just resigned like that.
I think the score was actually 8-7, so I'm assuming they treated at least one of those as results. Because one of the 9 I counted was an aborted game in the random pool.
This is a great maiden technique from Sakura Kuzi, using his extra pieces. Ooh,
Yeah,
whoa,
Rook
she was
F1
taking the queen.
No, he's trying to actually mate. Yeah, so this is mate. He should have gone G3.
Okay.
Oh, because he has no blocker.
Well, there is another match scheduled for 3 p.m. Do we have any idea whether that was played already?
No, they
I'm
are
gonna go
good.
look up the players.
That's my group, so I think they'll play at their assigned time.
Okay.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good with that. So.
Okay, so we could hang around another like 25 minutes and cover that match.
Yeah, that is a matchup between the 3rd and 4th seeds, I believe. So that will be interesting. And their ratings are pretty similar too. Very nice. Raven already has mate.
Yep.
All right, in that match, 3 of the 4 players are already online, so we might want to periodically keep an eye out to see if they're going to start early.
Okay.
Oh, Ego Smasher is chessmate here if nothing comes, but they're downtime.
Yeah, he's already made it in 1. Oh, yeah.
So, I would definitely have expected Burritos and Johnny to be winning this series, but this is surprising even to me.
No. I mean, I haven't seen Horko play in a while, so he's probably a bit rusty.
Okay, that may be part of it. It's also just so hard for me to index what Fat Johnny's strength is.
I think Horko is probably rusty. The other thing about Horko is when you say he hasn't played in a while, like I have said that at times, and then I've checked his history and found that he's been playing a lot. He's just in a radically different time zone from me, but sometimes I don't notice when he's playing. So I'm not sure.
Let's see his bughouse game history. Yeah, last time he played bughouse was May 24th.
Oh wow, that is a while. Okay.
Oh, so pretty recently.
Yeah, that's was more recent than I. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, he's played Bughouse more recently than I have. That's something.
Wait. Oh, interesting. Okay.
So Ego Smasher up
Fat,
some time here.
yeah. Fat Johnny is I would say, slow player with pretty good moves.
Worko says
And
in the
then,
chat, maybe I can win this. That's interesting.
yeah, they're up a bit on time. He probably missed the rook
Just
on
gonna
a8.
force rook for his part.
Oh, this is true. Oh, bishop f2 and queen e1. It's a nice find.
All right, they're waking up. Worko's shaking off the rust.
This is the part where Snakes asks us if we believe in the comeback.
Oh, I almost forgot. Okay. Quick question. Cabbage, do you believe?
Well, speaking of comebacks, we should mention what the match score is right now. I mean, not that this is like an official match or anything, but it looks like is it 8-1? Am I correct?
It's now 8-2.
8-2. 8-2.
With their last win.
All right, so Chuck, do you believe?
I do not believe.
All right, you guys are missing out. There's gonna
Chuck
be
and I are both getting every single answer correct. We have the same answers, and they're both right. Coincidence.
No, I think that you're wrong in virtue of I feel that you're wrong, so I'm gonna go with that. Okay, rook g5, cool tactic from Horko.
Yep. Unfortunately, this means
cute,
that.
But I don't care.
Unfortunately, this means that Burritos now gets an extra tempo because he has to take the queen before he can do any attack. So Burritos will just keep attacking and ignore the rook. Or if the king runs to d8, there's actually bishop at f6, so now you can take with the bishop instead.
Oh,
pawn check.
you're getting mated. Oh no, you don't have rook. Okay.
So knight at d7, I think. So the king can't run to a8. So now run to c8.
Yeah, but aren't I safe on c8?
No, you sit for queen.
But if you were getting a rook, wouldn't you just play bishop d7?
Oh, knight c5 is good. Now he's threatening. Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
we're still fine here.
Yeah,
knight h3 is mating.
Oh, we're not still fine here.
Oh, he didn't see knight takes h3.
Smothered mate. That's weird.
Well, he said his partner's forcing queen, so Brios has to make some pre-moves here. Pawn to g3, you have to go fast, because now Brios pre-moves.
No.
What? He just gave up?
They were down 2 seconds.
Oh, I thought they were up a couple seconds, sorry.
And with those 2 wins, Burrito's rating has dropped from 2623 to 2602.
Yeah, bet you wish you believed now, but now it's too late.
No, I still don't believe. Oh yeah, Fat Johnny really loves to put a knight on h5 in these trench variations. It's pretty powerful after the bishop moves away, because then you have to spend extra tempi to defend your dark squares. If he doesn't get enough though, it usually fizzles out.
Yeah, I don't think I like bishop at e7. Like, it feels like we're trading our f6 pawn for the e4 pawn there, and as Ego Smasher, I'm so glad that the f6 pawn is gone.
Mm. He plays really well with high flow, so if you keep trading, then get him a pawn instead of a bishop or something. That might have been more useful.
Now, who are you saying plays well with high flow?
Oh, Fat Johnny?
Okay.
Yes. He loves to attack, so he plays well with high flow when he has more pieces to use.
Skinny Johnny wants really low trades. That's how he's skinny, but Fat Johnny just needs to get fed.
Yep. Yeah, getting fed. That is the way to put it.
Orko is being greedy, taking some pieces. Could even take.
Actually,
takes the bishop, then bishop at h5.
That's great observation from Chuck.
Yeah, you gotta care. I've lost a piece that way by going bishop at h5 and pre-moving bishop takes g4, and they actually block with queen at g6. And I'm just so upset afterwards.
Yeah, I do that sometimes too.
Wait, you do the
pre-move where you do that to people. I thought you were saying that you make that same pre-move. I was like, what? Who are you?
No, I block with the rook or a queen sometimes.
Yeah, I got you. Mm-hmm. You know, when it's a rook, like, I won't pre-move it because I'm like, oh yeah, like blocking with rook here actually makes sense. But when it's a queen, it's like, oh yeah, there's no way they're giving the queen, and then they do. I'm like, I hate my life and everything about it.
Oh,
Hybrid
Queen
Shark
F8 is so
says, do you
close.
think it's a
Oh, Queen
good
takes trade.
strategy
Oh.
to partner with a significantly lower rated partner, try to single-handedly win the game with yourself to gain rating, or should you partner with someone similar to your level? Well, I kind of reject the premise of your question. I think you'd be better off if you don't worry about rating at all. If you're obsessed with gaining rating, there are ways to do that, but then your rating is not going to reflect your skill level at all. So I would just try to improve at the game and have fun playing. So you want to have fun playing, you play with your friends. If you want to improve, then you should play with a wide variety of partners, and uh, you should play people at a competitive skill level, and you should try to find where you've gone wrong, so you can do better next time. So a Nightmates for Raven.
So I remember when I was trying to get from like 2100 to like becoming a stronger player, what really helped me is I played bughouse almost every day, and it was always in voice and with the same partner. And it probably would have been good to like play with a lot of different partners. But what that forced me to do is it really improved my communication and my coordinating. Like I got in the habit of just calling out everything, even the obvious stuff. Yeah, and just playing like that consistently for a few months is how I got to like either 23 or 2400 string.
So we have some advice in the chat from Zizon, who says the best way to improve is play someone against someone higher rated than you, and your partner is better than their partner is, and then analyze how you lose the game, even though your partner wins.
He's just
And
assuming that he's
and
gonna
there's the
lose.
other, and I think that's good advice, but buried in that advice is some other advice, which I don't think is what he's getting at, but is also true. By the way, Pawn Mate's here, which is that it can be helpful to partner with a higher rated player, because a core feature of this game is communication. So your partner can offer you advice during the game and between games, and your partner in offering that advice can help you find better moves, improve your openings, improve your tactical vision, so that you'll play better in future games.
Yeah, but I think it's important not to just do that though. Like you also need to the listening to their advice and most importantly focusing on what you did wrong and how you can improve. Like that's an equally important step in improving. Like playing a lot will definitely help, but it can only do so much. If you're not actually looking over your mistakes and trying to make changes for your future games, you're only going to improve so much.
Yeah, I agree.
Burritos decides to just move. I don't think I'd like that decision though.
Yeah, I don't really like it either.
Like Porco
Or
isn't known for being terribly fast. I think they're favored in a in a time scramble. By the way, I'd like to say, since I asked you whether you believed, it's been 3-0 in favor of Porco and Ego Smasher, so kind of egg on your
Nice.
face.
Still don't believe. I mean, Burritos, if he wanted to sit for the pawn, he could have, but that's
Santa
pretty
Claus
boring. So
walked through your chimney, stumbled in your room, and said, "Here, I got this present for you," and you're telling me you don't believe in him. Like, there's nothing that can be done to help you if you still don't believe.
well, yeah, I don't believe.
All right, well, you're not gonna get any presents from Santa Claus, so the joke's on you. I think Corco's actually like completely cleaned up here.
yeah, he is. Now a knight is quite good for Horka. But he is
Yeah.
down times. He's not going to get a knight.
They're just gonna flag though.
So
What pieces Ego Smasher want? I'm sorry, Dispatch on you want?
He's just trying to go for the flag here. He should just stay safe and not get mated.
Ego Smasher is crazy fast, but I think Burritos is maybe a little bit faster. Although Ego Smasher is playing valiantly to make up this time.
When people are pre-moving so fast like this, you have to think about ways to disrupt their pre-moves, not just play logically. Like, yeah, pawn at g4 is good. Moving the king around is good because you know he's not going to
And
actually try to mate you.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess they've won in the end. But I was going to say, Ravens pre-moves, they seem to be losing pieces every move. But Eco Smasher was not able to take advantage of that, even though they're up a million pieces.
Yeah, I think that time scramble was less about how fast Raven and Ego Smasher were moving, and I think that was more decided by the fact that Fat Johnny was playing a lot faster than Horka was in the scramble.
I think you're right about that. So Horker says in the chat, I will play just a few more.
Well, that's perfect. We only have time for a few more before the 2 o'clock match.
Yep.
Oh yeah, on the topic of improvement, yeah, I think the best way to improve is to consistently just try to play the strongest players that you can find, and then try like different approaches and see how they respond to like setups, what openings they choose, how they use the pieces they have in their hand, like where they drop their knights, bishops, for example. And slowly over time, you start to figure out those things for yourself and see them in your own game. And then when you get
Also-
like really nice positions out the opening against someone who you used to think was strong, that's when you know you've done it.
Oh, they're saying GG's, so I think they may be done. We could watch Zizon again for a little bit.
Zizon and PKNM.
He's downgraded in partner a little bit. We'll see if he can overcome the fact that Miss Jenny's been replaced by PKNM.
I think it'll take a while for him to adjust. Oh, Knight at F8?
We just promote to a queen here.
No, Knight at F8. Knight at F8.
I like
sure.
Knight at F8, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah. And then Knight at E8 is mate if he gets a third knight.
Yeah, but he could also promote while he's waiting for that third knight.
This is true.
Oh, he's going to pick up a queen. Seems reasonable.
I mean,
now,
also
so now
he
to
can
play.
promote anytime he
This is.
Oh,
boring.
yeah, I would have played Knight F3 there, but I'm sure this mates as well.
All
Yeah, he
his
didn't
pieces.
use his existing pieces, but it still made it.
What kind of chess player is he? We should take away his FM title.
Well, yeah, I guess he still is playing with Miss Jenny because she said good game in the chat.
Well, I see PKNM
you
as his
think-
partner, but
Miss Jenny's in call telling PKNM where to go.
yeah, Miss Jenny
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
feed a move there.
Sounds-
Okay, I guess I should set up for the 3 p.m. match.
Okay.
Oh, I think they're already Dynamic Duo is playing someone. I don't know
Uh-oh.
if he's playing his BWC match.
Yeah,
Dynamic Dino?
check on that.
Or,
No, they're not.
yes.
Let me see.
When I went to his profile, it says playing.
Oh, he's playing in the random pool. He's just warming up.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go check on the other players, see who's on
we
there.
could go
Cool.
watch his warm up games.
We can follow RECACZ bug because that's a bughouse engine, so I want to see how they play. Or it's interesting to learn.
So who do you want me to watch?
Oh, RECAC bug. Like the
So
thing
it looks
called?
like one of the players is still not
Rezak's bug, you
online.
mean? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah. They
Okay.
they somehow found the bug engine, so I think they're using it, which I think is interesting in terms of like learning. About
You
move call,
think Rezax
which
is a
moves
bug
to play.
engine? Is that what you're saying?
Let me see actually how fast are their moves. Oh, they're not using it right now. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Because-
so whenever they make moves in 0.2 or 0.1 seconds, that's
Well, Rezax bug. I mean,
It's not
there's a
Rezax.
player named Rezax who
These
is
are
from
entirely
Poland
different
and is a
people.
very strong player, both at Bughouse and 4-player chess. I don't know whether Rezax bug is that player or is another player.
No,
It-
it's someone different.
Okay, and
Wait,
I don't know
I've
that for
seen
sure.
that profile picture on some Bughouse player's account before, but I can't remember who.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the follow
All I
from
know
Black
is-
Up Rise. Really appreciate it.
This is the person that makes alts of like good bughouse players,
Oh, okay.
or that's like their how they choose their username.
Okay, that's pretty obnoxious.
Yeah. Oh wait, Zaxxon has started. Okay, we can switch back to that one. Never mind about this one.
So I think I found my new favorite username on all of chess.com. Very good at chess is one of the players in the match. Unfortunately, though, very good at chess is not yet online. All three of the other players are online, so that match might be delayed while they're waiting on him.
No, I will be online. I hope. It's a guarantee. I hope it will be a
Oh,
guarantee.
so Cabbage, you'll believe that he'll show up, but you can't just believe in a comeback for me? I see how it is.
Oh, these are players from the group's bracket that I am an arbiter for, so I must believe. I have no choice.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be cynical now. I don't believe. I think that they're going to end up forfeiting the match.
No, how could you?
How could I cheerily out of spite? Out of spite and pettiness.
Well, we'll see what happens. I guess. Even though they are the 4th seed, and they most likely lose the match based on
You know what?
rating.
I'm going to choose to believe that they'll show up, but it's not for you. It's because very good at chess is the greatest username I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
No, don't you thank me. This is not for you. I already told you that. I'll not have you hijacking Barry's good fortunes.
Oh no, I'm merely sharing in the. Oh, Raven missed bishop at d7 meeting. Okay.
Oh yeah, that was pretty. I think PKNM is kind of upset that Raven missed it because that means he has to continue playing this position.
Yeah. This looks pretty bad for PKNM. Well,
PK.
is he trying to mate actually? I guess PKNM wanted that knight actually before. Now not so much.
He doesn't have anything. He's forced to defend.
I think he might have had something before. Definitely doesn't have anything.
Oh,
now.
he needed 2 knights, I think. He only had 1, or
Yeah.
he only had none.
Oh, Fat Johnny, calm down.
No, he had 1 in hand, and his partner could have played knight takes c6 before.
Although he would need 2 to mate. 1 is good enough for perpetual. Because he has to spend at 1 to get in.
So there's not a way to stop like rook b1. Okay, or this.
Oh,
wait.
Wow, that was dirty.
It's a great resource from Fado.
I think queen g5 here. Like we care a lot more about our queen than about his queen.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
yeah, I'm worried about like rook b1, rook a2 stuff.
He could have
Like,
honestly, he could have sat for knight at he could have sat for knight at g3. He didn't have to pre-move his other queen in. Back when the pawn was still
pawn
on
at
a7.
a6.
Oh, that's dirty. Threatening pawn at f2.
Yeah, a valiant effort. Oh, wait, knight at f6 here, I think is a move.
Yeah, deflects the knight. But his partner's in trouble too.
So he's running out of diags.
Yeah, I mean this was a really nice attempt from PKNM. He gets an E for effort, but because the other pawn after knight at f6,
well, if he could get a rook, a resource might be knight at h6 followed by pawn at. Oh, never mind. Another knight coming. Okay.
Oh, that's another interesting idea in bughouse, which is sometimes
Whoa.
if your opponent doesn't see the pieces in their hand, then they won't notice. I think
In over the board bughouse, you mean?
Oh no!
By the way, my
that knight on
I
the
think
other
my
board,
neighbors
he
are
didn't see
mowing the
that it was in
lawn.
his hand. Oh no worries.
Just let me know if you're picking that up, because so I'll mute whenever I'm not talking.
It's fine.
It's pretty low. It's low volume. It's fine. Yeah, but then knight on the other board, right? If he took the knight, then it would be in Burritos' hand. So then he would know that knight at f2 was a threat. But since he didn't take it yet, then he wouldn't know.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
There's a
that's an
chance that he
excellent
wouldn't
mind.
know. That's a trick that you can use sometimes to get some pretty quick mates. Instead
was
of letting
giving
them
us
know,
all the
there's
cheese
not
tracks.
letting them know.
This is tough for Raven. If he plays knight takes bishop, there's knight at e7. And
Yeah,
then
bishop
bishop
f6
takes.
is. Oh, I like the same idea as knight f6. Yeah.
That's a good resource by Zizon to draw back the bishop.
Or by burritos, you mean?
To force him to draw back the bishop.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry, by burritos.
Yeah, these kingside castle positions are so hard to defend. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Yeah, Black would really like to not have the pawn on f7 because that's the source of misery. With the pawn on f7, he has to go reroute everything around to g7. Whereas the pawn were not on f7, then after knight at e7 check, the king could go to f7, for example. That's very common.
Oh, so now there's another threat with knight at g6.
Yeah, that he
There's
sees.
also queen h8.
Oh,
Bro,
actually,
wasn't
that's
queen
a nice
h7
one.
just mating? Oh, this also mates.
Great mate.
The queen h7, rook h6.
Yeah, queen h7 is also mating. Good find.
That was tough. Burritos probably could have benefited from asking them to sit a little bit earlier. They were up like 2 to 3 seconds for all of the time that Saxon was exhibiting pressure. It probably would be better to. Oh no, not the b6. Oh no. So Fat Johnny slipped out of the opening, but ironically, all the pressure is on PK and Nim to win this game now. Like, it would be pretty embarrassing to lose after opponent slipped b6.
No, he's gonna do so because he can't really stop the threat of knight at f6. Or knight at e7 and knight e5 and pawn f7. Oh.
Nice mate from PK now.
Okay, yeah.
So it is almost time for the scheduled BWC match. Are we following? Are we following? Very good at chess.
Oh, they are partnering now. Yes, perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. Yeah, they'll start soon. I'll let you know when it starts because.
Okay.
Are they talking in Discord?
They're talking in my chat. He says he's partnering. Oh no, Dynamic Dino is saying that he's partnering with Barry right now. So.
Okay, so soon, that means Barry's gonna log on.
Well, if you can follow one of the players, and when the match starts, it will automatically hop over.
Okay. Okay, I tried to follow the one person who wasn't on, apparently. Let's see. Follow another one.
The other ones are online. I'm not sure if they're in live chess, so I just checked their profiles.
That one's not online either.
What?
Oh, all right. I'm following L. Josepov.
All right.
A coincidence. I am as well.
Yeah, I'm not following him because I'm a leader and not a follower.
Fair enough.
How could you?
Is the ultimate betrayal.
No, just kidding. Interesting fact. I think one of the teams
what is that king doing on d6? Can someone explain this?
It's safe. And solid.
Is it though?
Wouldn't go that far.
Knight at b5 would have won the bishop with check. Oh, that's mate already. Wow. Is it? Close. I missed that e7 was defended.
So
he's gonna go for the perpetual because he's down on time.
Wow. Oh,
yeah,
I think I should.
I'm
gonna X out of this game because I'm assuming BWC is gonna start soon enough here.
Chess is still not online yet. That's okay. He has the belief of not only Cabbage but also me, so he's definitely gonna show.
Okay, I'll watch the Zizon game while we wait.
Based on the chat history, at least, it seems like Dynamic Dino has a way to contact very good at chess without going through chess.com.
So Fat Johnny
We'll
has
see
to
when
hold
that
rook
happens.
here, which is honestly not the easiest.
It's pretty easy. All I have to do is stop moving.
Well, they were up 3 seconds ago, but he's made up some time.
Yep, so he sets up some emergency checks in case his rook is trapped. So he has knight at f2 and he has knight takes g3.
Yeah, PK and him valuing safety with queen f3, but I think that's poor situational awareness. Zyxon has to get a rook here.
He already
just
made it.
now.
Yep.
Yeah, PK and him had to throw away any thoughts of king safety and do everything he could to get a rook there, because if Firefly doesn't get rook, then he's just dead. But I think he's also on Firefly, like he needed to communicate just how important rook was.
Zyxon takes on f2. That's a very brave decision.
Raven going for
Burrito's already
ultimate
getting his
safety.
money's worth.
Now we'll see a fight for dark squares. So he tries to get rid of the bishop by giving the queen for it.
Burrito's not having it. He wants to maintain king safety. So if knight d1, I assume that we would see. I feel like I could have taken that knight on e3, and I feel like I wanted to.
The bishop on g4 does a good job of defending the knight entry squares.
I
Oh,
think
pawn mates,
Raven has to be mated here, right?
But now bishop mates Raven, so
yeah, pawn doesn't work.
even why doesn't a pawn work?
Because after knight f5, after knight takes, my knight's going to be defending the g7.
Oh wait, he's already mated. Yeah, you're right. Queen at f6, king takes, knight at f5, knight moving to f5. Check. Wait.
Oh, there's king.
Oh, you stacked the queen.
Knight
Really?
d5. Wait.
I don't.
No, yeah, queen at f6, king takes, and then knight g8 check.
Oh, he's playing it. We're gonna get to see if it mates.
Knight g8 check.
What's your idea for my king going to g6 though?
Knight at h4. Knight at h4. If king h5, knight at g3. He has just enough knights. If the king goes to g7, then bishop f6 check takes a knight at e7.
Oh,
wow.
That's amazing.
Brilliant, mate. And Zyxon saw exactly what you did.
Well played from Firefly, but honestly, let's give Cabbage credit for that one. I want Chess.com to transfer the rating points to him for calculating that so quickly.
Play-by-play action. Just kidding. Yeah, that's what happens when you have too many knights. It becomes a nightmare. No, okay, never mind.
I see where you were going with that. All right, I am following one of the players from the BWC and still haven't started yet.
Oh, very good on chess is online now, so I think it's gonna happen any second now.
Yep, and we're getting a word from them. What time is it in? They're in England, right?
Isn't that just UTC?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's like 8 p.m.
I think it's divided because I've been to the Prime Meridian in Greenwich, which divides between 2 time zones.
Interesting.
Yeah, Firefly takes on G2.
Okay, they're about to start, but we can keep watching this and switch over after they begin, because we'll definitely catch their first game before it ends. Raven's vision was really hopeless. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see a clear-cut mate from Firefly, though. I probably would have made him found a winning line. Although I agree that it was looking pretty dire.
I think the problem is that Fat Johnny doesn't have mate, so... And it becomes a very one-sided game.
Firefly has those 2 knights.
Oh, knight of h5.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually has 3 knights. That helps even more. Bishop h3, pawn h6.
Savage just told you about having too many knights. You can't be doing that. They're not listening to you, and they deserve to lose.
Too many knights and a queen sacrifice. That's the recipe for success.
Oh, that's true. All those factors have been present in both camps. Oh, Firefly and Burritos, everything's hanging. That's how you know the players are good, when someone makes a threat and then they ignore it. To be fair, that's also how you know if someone's bad, so.
What is this knight move? Why can't he just take that knight?
Yes.
Oh, hold on.
knight f6?
We are leaving this game to cover